Okay, guys, so I found another Weed Liberator worthy news article. And again, I will leave the link in the description box to the article itself. It was written by Leafly, but it was in regards to a Fox News poll that was conducted. And it goes like this. If there's one cable channel that has shown it can influence the White House policy agenda, it's Fox News. While the president has decried most media outlets as fake news, he's shown an affinity for the conservative outlet, regularly tweeting things, for example, that he sees on shows like Fox and Friends, a morning show that the media outlet Vox has dubbed Donald Trump's posse. The New Yorker says the show rewrites Trump's reality. A Fox News poll, however, shows that when it comes to cannabis, the Trump administration stance is increasingly at odds with that of American voters. Survey results released this week found that a record 59% of U.S. voters now favor legalizing the plant. 59%. The poll also found record low opposition to legalization. Less than a third, that's 32% of those surveyed, said that they were against cannabis legalization. Now, this is a really good poll here, and this shows you where things have went from 2013, which was really kind of the heavy onslaught of the pressure of legalization, where when it came to Americans, 46% were in favor, whereas now it's 59%, and the opposition, obviously 49% opposed in 2013, and now only 32% opposed. And those are probably your hardcore conservatives. So then it goes on to say Democrats and independents were the most likely groups to support legalization, 68 and 67% support respectively, as were the millennials, 72%. Republican voters were split, with 46% of respondents for legalization and 46% against. Now, I'll be honest with you, this poll here surprised me a little bit. I thought that the Republican would be a little bit lower than it is. And that's really encouraging, and it shows you that the word's getting out, right? I mean, there's some really, really good reasons to legalize cannabis. You've heard story after story after story, you know, the girl out in Colorado with the seizures she gets all the time, and now she's, you know, she went from getting 4 or 5 a week to 1 to 2 a month just based on CBD. So anyway, so it goes on and it says, even groups that have historically opposed legalizations are quickly moving toward acceptance. Fox News reports, majorities of very conservative voters, 61%, and white evangelical Christians, 53%, oppose legalization. However, opposition among those groups is down 14 to 16 points respectively from 5 years ago. That's pretty impressive. This is a massive shift in opinion over a very short period of time. Democrat pollster Chris Anderson, who conducted the poll with Republican Darren Shaw, told Fox, as more states legalize marijuana without the negative consequences that opponents have warned about, support will likely continue to increase. Shaw, the Republican pollster, observed a growing percentage of people who say they support legalizing marijuana, especially among those under 30. Add that in light of those numbers, it's obvious why Democrats are anxious to get pot initiatives on the ballot. In an analysis of the 2016 election data, Leafly News found that a number of deeply red districts that voted overwhelmingly for Trump also came out and forced to support legalization. That is really encouraging. In Union County, Florida, for example, 80% of voters cast their ballots for Trump and 65% voted to legalize medical cannabis. The trend was evident in many states with legalization measures on their 2016 ballots. Will the poll results push the Trump administration to ease up on legal cannabis? That's optimistic. The president hasn't exactly shown a strong tendency to tailor his positions to poll numbers. But with the news of the record support for legalization being broadcast on the commander-in-chief's channel of choice, there's at least a chance he saw it. That's very, very interesting stuff and very, very encouraging stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that along to you guys for all of the negative stuff we see in print about cannabis. It's kind of encouraging knowing that there's something good going on out there, especially, you know, with a conservative type polling place like Fox News. And I mean, I'm not here to throw stones. I don't get into politics either way, so it doesn't matter to me. But I mean, obviously they're a little more conservative than others, and for them to have a poll that shows these types of results is just very encouraging, and it shows you that the water is breaking the dam, and at some point, and especially with all the money that's going to be involved in this, make no mistake, there's a lot of money to be had in cannabis these days. So you take that all into account, you bet your ass that a lot of these politicians want on board. Matter of fact, real quick, I'm going to go off on a little something else here real quick, just to share with you. But there was an article that I read the other day about a Republican, I think it was in Vermont, I can't remember. Anyway, he was running for an office, and he was being financed by a cannabis-based company. And, it just goes to show you, people are getting on board, and it's starting to look like there's not a lot that Jeff Sessions or anybody else is going to be able to do about this, because once that public pressure starts mounting, that's all it takes. So we the people, power to us.